About numbers, it's about people. And it's not about just the people on this stage, it's about every single one of us in the room. Because if every single one of us take on the ownership that we all are the face of obesity, then we will face the problem. Visalis, are you ready to be the face of obesity? Are you ready to face the problem? Step one, we got to face the problem. The way you face the problem is you share a story. You attach a face to the issue. But after we face the problem, we have to provide a solution. We have to provide a what? How many of you guys, are you listening? Can you hear me? How many of you know, with every fabric of your being, how many of you believe, I'm talking full faith, zero doubt, absolute congruence. When you have a conversation with someone about the challenge, about our products, about our company, about our community, you know without a shadow of a doubt, we have a solution to their problem. How many of you believe that? You guys all know you're the leaders of a fastest growing company in the weight loss and fitness industry. You know the growth record, you know the stories. You know, when I was on the Founders Tour bouncing around from city to city, I had someone pull me aside in one of the early events and they said, Blake, what made you guys roll out the new Body by Challenge? You guys, let's be clear. We didn't have to. We were already number what? Already number what? We were already number one. We already had 1.5 million people join the challenge last year. We already crushed every record within this industry. We didn't have to go out there and add 6 new reasons to take on the challenge this year. We didn't have to. The reason we did it is myself, Nick, and Ryan found ourselves in those same conversations last year. And we realized with everything we've done, as much of the people you'll see cross the stage, all the numbers of people joining the challenge, you guys, we have barely yet to even scratch the surface of making a dent on the problem. There is so much more we can and so much more we need to do. Would you agree with me, Visalis? That's why we rolled out the new Body by Challenge. That's why we said we'll throw in a 90-day guarantee, remove any reason for someone not to at least give the challenge a chance. That's why we said we're going to throw in more money, more prizes, more incentives to get people to make that mental jump that they can do this. That's why we said we're going to do everything we can to give every last person every support they need to succeed on their challenge, so we could go out there and say, look, we are that solution. There was one thing that I know a lot of you guys heard in the Founders Tour events. You've heard us ranting about ever since January. It was the one thing when we rolled out the new challenge, there were giant red arrows pointing to that. There was one thing you're probably sick of hearing of by now. There was one thing we said, if we get this right, it will create a movement. What was the one thing with the new challenge you guys have been hearing about for the last 60 days? What is it? How many of you have already seen Project 10 start to make an impact within your organizations in cities and states across North America? Guys, it's working. 9,000 people have already submitted their I Want It. 1,600 people have already submitted, then lost it, rocking their t-shirts. Guys, over 1,600 people. I see checks out here. Some of them even carry their checks with them everywhere they go. Guys, Project 10 is the lowest common denominator of the challenge. It's the one thing that everybody, who? Everybody, every customer, every promoter can focus on. It's the one thing that when someone gets started on the challenge, they can focus on losing those first 10 pounds or building that 10 pounds of muscle. Guys, it's the one thing that if we align everybody on, we will start to make an impact. How many of you guys believe that? How many of you believe that? But here's the problem. Even if we continue to do what we're doing with Project 10, even if we go out there and reach everybody across North America and what you'll hear later today into Europe, even if we help every adult out there lose 10 pounds and start moving toward their overall weight loss and fitness goal, even if we accomplish everything we set out to do, here's the scary fact, guys, it still won't solve the problem. It's only half the solution. Because even if we helped every adult on this planet erase the weight issues they're dealing with, get healthy, here's the problem. There's a whole next generation of kids, and there's even more of them that are dealing with this issue. You guys see, we rolled out Project 10 in January to focus everybody on the first part of the solution. But as you heard Ryan out here talk about the statistics, talk about our kids, if our goal, if our mission was really to provide a solution to the obesity epidemic, if that was our goal, if that was the mission, to eradicate obesity on planet Earth, is what I think I heard our CEO said, if that was the mission, guys, then wouldn't we have to find a way to help both generations at the exact same time in parallel, yes or no? Wouldn't we have to find a way not only to educate and provide a solution to the parents, but at the same time educate and provide a solution to the next generation? Wouldn't we have to do both at the same time if we really wanted to provide a solution, yes or no? Here's a sad fact. At least in North America, we're not even allowed to market weight loss to kids. We can throw soda machines in schools. We can put toys in Happy Meals. We can spend billions in advertisement, but we can't even market a solution to kids. So what if, hypothetically, what if we came up with a way that we could simultaneously drop weight off the world across every generation? If we can continue to focus on what we're already focusing on, educating and empowering the adults, and at the exact same time reach down and change the next generation of kids coming up. What if we could do both at the exact same time? Would you guys be interested? What if every single time someone got on the challenge, lost 10 pounds, in addition to rocking the t-shirt, in addition to winning a possible big check, what if for every single time everybody in this room, everybody in your team, and everybody across the world just loses 10 pounds on our challenge? Visalis, not you, not them, Visalis will reach down for every single person that loses it and pay it forward to help a kid dealing with the issue right here in the United States. What if for every I lost it t-shirt, a bag of shake got sent to a kid dealing with this issue? What if every time someone lost 10 pounds, they knew they were reaching down and helping our next generation? Guys, rolling out for the first time, the second half of Project 10. We like to call it Project 10 Kids. I think you guys are getting it. You guys, how cool is it gonna be that every conversation you'll have from this point forward is you can join the challenge, you can lose it for yourself, you can lose it for the t-shirt, you can lose it for the check, but beyond and above all of that, you can lose it to help the kids of the next generation. How cool is it that every time you see an I Lost It t-shirt, not only is it a badge of honor for that person, but you know that t-shirt represents that we reached down and sent a shake to a kid dealing with this issue. Can you please stand up if you've already lost it on Project 10? Can you please stand up? Can you please stand up? By the way, for all of you guys standing and everybody that's lost it, we're going to send a shake bag to a kid in need on behalf of all of you that have already done it. Guys, we're going to attack the issue across both generations at the exact same time, and you don't have to do anything different than you're already doing right now. You show people that we have the solution. You show people how to lose 10 pounds or gain 10 pounds. They do it for themselves. They lose. The kids win. That's what Project 10 Kids is all about. You guys like it? You guys will get details after this event, but I want you to know this will be now in addition to the whole Community Challenge program. Not only we as a company are partnering with a variety of medical clinics, philanthropies, charities that are dealing with childhood obesity and weight-related issues, but now you as promoters, as the community, can go partner up with local charities, medical centers, after-school programs. You'll be able to add them to the Community Challenge. Not only will we donate, but anybody can donate. Anybody that does donate will match meal for meal, just like the Community Challenge. And because we're dealing with kids, we're also going to be adding cookies where you can donate cookies and we'll match cookie for cookie on the Community Challenge. Step one, we face the problem. The way we face the problem is we create awareness. We make it about people. And we attach a face to obesity. Step two is we provide a solution. The challenge is the solution. Now for both generations at the exact same time, last step, and this is the step that we're great at, guys, last step. Step three is we mobilize a movement around the solution. And if there's one thing I know about Visalis is we're really good at mobilizing a movement. Are you guys with me? I'm going to paint a quick picture for you when I say mobilize a movement. There's over 10,000 people in this room right now. Do you realize if 10,000 people, just between now and Vitality, if all we did is lose 10 pounds ourselves and help 3 people do the same, that seems to be our magic number around here, help 3 people do the same. If 10,000 people each help 3 people do the same, that would be 40,000 people with their I Lost It t-shirt, which means we're sending a bag of shake to 40,000 kids by Vitality. Guys, just starting with the people in this room. How many of you guys would love to see come Vitality, kids take this stage, real Project 10 Kids, where you can see faces that we're making an impact on? Are you guys willing to lose it to help them win it, yes? Guys, that's with us in the room. If you take those 3 and help them refer their 3, which they want to do anyway because they get their product for what? Free. You add the numbers up, now we've reached 100,000. You guys know I like to play with numbers. Let me go big picture here to show you that this is possible. When we say we're providing a solution, this is a possible solution. There's over 12 million or so kids right now just in the United States that are obese. 12 million. Last year, we had nearly 1.5 million people join the challenge. That's 1.5 million people last year. I don't know about you guys, but I plan on having a whole lot more people join the challenge this year than last year. You guys up for that mission? What if all we did this year was double? And I think by the time we leave on Sunday, you're going to see a very clear path on how we can do that. But what do we say this year we double? And that means we have 3 million people join the challenge this year. Do you guys realize if 3 million people who could join the challenge this year, that's possible? Just reach out, pay it forward, and help 3 other people do the exact same thing. Do you guys realize that's 12 million people? That means we could literally send a bag of shake to every single kid in the United States that's dealing with obesity. Just with those numbers right there, it's possible. It's possible. Guys, it's a big issue. Are you willing to face the problem? Are you willing to face the problem? Are you willing to face the problem? Are you willing to provide a solution? Are you willing to provide a solution? How many of you guys are excited about Project 10 Kids? And are you willing